Welcome back to Non-judgeMetal. Vitamin Nick and my co-host McGruff with me, and I also have a special guest. This is Metal Wendy, who is the lady voice within all this. And you can also catch her on the most recent episode of Somewhat Sick. Check that out. Vitamin Nick, Castbox, and Reverb-nation.
They call me crazy, but fuck you. I didn't sign up for clean poop. There comes the time you got to stand up for yourself, man, and like touching feces is generally like a pretty good line to cross, you know. Like, I need you to rub poop. Nah, man. As an adult, do you think dishwasher at a regular restaurant is a good job?
What do you mean by good? Because I'm saying good is one thing, but comfortable is another.
I don't mean comfortable. I don't mean comfortable. I mean like if somebody's talking about like a good job, a career to live off of.
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do
your
it.
Bills, you can live off
I know,
of
but
it.
I mean, like, if somebody's bragging about their job, is dishwasher usually one you think they would?
No.
Somebody did that to me the other day, and I was like, and it was a job that I washed dishes at that I quit, and I was kind of like, well, it was an okay job. I mean,
it's nothing to be ashamed about.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not.
Pays the bills.
Not crapping on it
right.
by no means, but what I am saying is like when somebody tells me like, man, I got a good job, and I'm like, what you got? And they're like,
sandwich artist.
Yeah, like
that's my first instinct.
Like Angry Gordon one time like called us out big time, man. We worked at this place in next county over, and me and him had a place together, and it was a big industrial a plant, you know, that made a product, and the product to produce will be the butt of this joke because we all talk shit. We went out of town. We were hanging out with a bunch of girls. And we were talking shit. We were like, yeah, we got good jobs, make lots of money. We're doing good and all this shit. And Gordon's sitting there, man, just packing a bowl, and girl looks over and she's like, oh yeah, what do you do? And he's like, bag factory. And I was like, God, he just fucking ruined us, man. Yeah, but you say that, but like, oh, I work factory. Like, you could say I work in a manufacturing plant or something. You ain't got to look at someone like that. We were bragging about how good our job was, and he looked over and shit, he's good, and he was like, bag factory.
And
all of a sudden, then we didn't seem like we were so cool anymore, yeah.
That was a self-inflicted wound right there, though.
I think one of us got laid, and it wasn't me, and it was because they had lots of pills. So that'll tell you what Bag Factory will do for you.
But pills can definitely offset levels and shit. So.
Well, I don't mean that. I think it just made him really popular with the crowd.
There's no way he didn't know that would tank it. It sounds to me like he wasn't interested in those girls and was
no. If you know the Angry Gordon, he was trying to tank it. He was like, oh yeah, you think our job's so good, do you? You want to brag about it to these chicks? Yep. Watch this. That's exactly what the fuck he did. He can and when this reaches him, like fuck him. He knows he does that shit.
Like he's already like openly admitted like he's the type person like fart anywhere, anytime.
Dude, he'll be standing right in the middle of the line at Walmart, and he'll be like right in the just loud as shit, and just be like, mmm. Like he wants the people in front of you to notice.
I don't know if I can hang with people like that though, because it's people
like
that that gets us spotted for being as high as we are, and then suddenly everybody's looking at us, and I'm like, fuck, I don't even know. Like now I'm paranoid again.
I don't want to buy anything. I'm not waiting in line anymore. I'm just gonna go.
You made it weird.
Well, he's coming. He's coming. The Angry Gordon's coming before the month of October, man, for a Halloween surprise. We're getting
before the month of October.
Before it's over.
Oh, okay.
Before the month of October is over.
Very much halfway.
Before Halloween arrives, there will be an Angry Gordon in town, in studio, in the Metal Mansion, causing metal mischief. Oh my goodness, what is this video?
Tell me that's not metal as fuck, guys.
Somebody really put, like,
dude,
they put some thought into it. Little pause just pounding in the bass string.
And then I go into the breakdown, you're gonna see those double dogs like.
Oh man. And that's one thing that Non-judgeMetal loves is dogs.
No fur babies.
Not one were harmed.
Not one.
And plenty of treats were given for cooperation.
Adorable.
Adorable.
I'm just saying. That's
Metal
just,
as fuck as well.
As soon as I seen it, like it was like posted an hour ago, and I was like, dude, I'm all over this. I shared it.
Yeah.
But
that deserves a lot of views.
it's in a Mexican language though. Like that's how deep on Facebook I am. Like I follow Hispanic people in metal and shit. Like they speak.
I definitely try to find some
like,
metal from all over the world, but yeah, like I'm not looking at any like Spanish dog videos. But this one works very high.
He's got another one. He's got another one with this baby just being fussy, just right. So he cuts on. I think it's Deicide.
Good
and
Lord.
I shit you not, this baby cools the fuck out and just like. And it's like barely even blinking or
just
anything, but it just
down.
stops. Yeah,
I've
it just
seen a video of
down.
a baby that won't stop crying unless Bohemian Rhapsody is played.
Yeah, but Deicide is literally like the end of God. Like that. I mean,
It
that
looks
is like
back,
the power of Satan.
But it looks at the computer, and at the bottom of it, it's got like the big skull thing from the. Was it Deicide? I'm trying to think. Battle and shit. Ever since El Nino, like I can't speak of too many more.
Still putting out stuff. Still touring.
Still touring.
Or here recently.
I don't know.
They were at that festival we didn't attend because it only had a handful of metal bands and Scott Stapp was headlining.
Headliner.
I couldn't do it. Yeah, somebody told me, they were like, what are you going to do if he's headlining Rebellion next year? I was like, leave early, baby. Leave early. I have no interest in seeing that guy just hash out some old Creed songs for a payday. Like, it's not in my interest.
He went kind
of
crazy.
And I don't even dislike that first record they put out. I thought it was pretty good. But
did you ever hear the story of Scott Stapp? He was on the Opie and Anthony show.
I didn't hear the story.
Dude, Scott Stapp was on there a couple times, and it was like there was 3 different segments when he was on there, but like it was when he was in the whole derangement where he thought the government was out to get him and shit.
Oh
like
yeah, I heard apparently he went batshit for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but then he came back. Give him a break, man.
I'm not giving him. I'm not crapping on him. I just don't want to see. I have no interest.
Wide open and shit. I can understand, but the first album, My Own Prison.
Yeah, it was a good
Torn,
record. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna sit there and take a giant shit on it. But I mean, and I'm just saying, like now, like if I have a choice to see something live, that's not gonna be it. Am I wrong for feeling that way? And it's not even the band. It's like other guys playing those songs because the band is pretty much like, you know, Alter Bridge and Tremonti and all that shit's over there. And I saw them last summer and they were fairly good.
Tremonti's not in the Scott Stapp little.
No, it's Scott Stapp performing. I don't think Tremonti's in it, dude. They're touring with. I'm pretty sure he's doing Alter Bridge. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'll be corrected on this, but I'm pretty sure that he's doing his own thing.
That would definitely alter my decision on wanting to go see Scott Stapp.
Well, if it was Scott Stapp and Tremonti and the band on it, why not just call it Creed? Why not just say Creed performing My Own Prison, dude? Put that. I'm sure most people go, if they were like, oh, we're gonna play that album start to finish like all these bands are doing. I'm sure that would sell tickets.
I'd go.
Yeah, I mean, let's say a guilty pleasure for a lot of people, from that late '90s era, man. They'd probably eat that up. But I mean, I don't want to go see practically a cover band with the singer come back.
You've seen some decent cover bands, though, have you not?
I've not seen any that I've liked. I don't typically go see cover bands.
I don't know. Some cover bands you don't like. I've seen the Works, and I'm not kidding. Like, you can hate on them if you want.
I'm not gonna hate, no.
It's like what
that takes a lot of talent, but it's not for me.
Yeah,
okay.
Agreed.
But
yeah,
nonetheless.
I like a good cover from a band I like, but I don't want to hear them do whole albums. True. I like that Fozzy band with Chris Jericho from Wrestling, man. Got their new album and going to give it a go. But at the same time, like, they started as a cover band, and I never really listened to that stuff. Like, I'm sure some of it's good, but it's just not for me.
Right.
I kind of feel like, and this might sound hateful, but I kind of feel like cover bands are like professional karaoke.
Yeah, I mean that.
All right, but like, what if it's a Led Zeppelin karaoke band or a Led Zeppelin cover
still
band?
Karaoke.
That doesn't change anything for me.
Somebody out there can wail like that dude, man, and if they can karaoke it, then they can do the cover band. And
yeah,
I get it.
Between karaoke and a cover band is you have a microphone to karaoke, but a cover band you have all the instruments. That's really it.
I've always looked at cover bands differently, just because back in the days we used to listen to Music Choice and shit, and give you little artist facts and whatnot. For some reason, Jim Eat World was on there. Right, Jim? Come on, Nick. they before they made their album, I swear, sugar on the asphalt. That was a decent song right before they made that whole thing. They were a Metallica cover band.
Is that what they were?
They were. Swear to gosh, look the shit up.
Oh my god.
Call bullshit on it, but it's.
I don't want to call bullshit. I have no knowledge of their career.
That's I know, but nonetheless, like
I like that you found cool facts and shit like that.
It just stays there. No, like this had to be 20. No, at least 15 years ago.
That's awesome.
But nonetheless, I don't know.
Yeah, I learned something.
After that, though, like I started looking at cover bands, like, well, maybe it might turn into something. So you might want to keep up with.
Well, that, like I said, like I just said that, like Chris Jericho from wrestling, man, he loved to sing and loved metal and loved rock, and he did a cover band with some guys that were already kind of in the music industry, and now they've put out like 2 or 3 albums of their own material, and they're touring festivals. I saw them last summer, and it's a bloody that Judas single. That's a really good jam. I don't know if you ever catched it, but it's a solid rock. It's a solid rock. I would say it's a hard rock, borderline metal.
What happened? Does it have the vocal that I required to justify?
It doesn't have the gutturals, but it doesn't have to have gutturals to be metal.
But the overarching of some sort.
He has a scream in it, but it's just like more like the 90s, 80s style yell, like scream. It's not like the 2000s like guttural deep shit. It's not death metal. It's but he screams. He uses his pipes in it. I challenge. Listen to the song and tell me I'm wrong. Tell me that's not a scream.
It had to be backing by like some double bass and possibly 2 guitars.
Well, why don't we pause real quick, listen to it, and we'll have a debate. Take 2 seconds.
Because it's Fozzy, and that's.
No, I'm telling you, check it out then. I'm giving you a metal challenge.
We'll find out.
We're finding out new things.
There we go.
So,
she's not metal. She could tell us if she thinks it's metal. Because we have this debate a lot about what's rock and what's metal.
I mean, there's like 20 categories of metal.
I know, but like that's
it's going to be metal, but what kind of metal are you talking about here?
That's what I'm saying. Like this is like like heavy metal. This isn't
heavy.
This is what it is. It's heavy metal. It's like 90s
modern rock. That's what I'm saying. Here we go.
See, they think old school heavy metal is modern rock.
Okay, it looks like Ricky Martin and Jamie Lannister.
Like more like 80s, 90s metal rock.
Automatically, no.
Give it to the chorus.
I'm waiting. This is modern rock.
I'm not saying cut it off, but I'm giving you my thoughts.
No, I mean I want them, but I'm saying it's like I just think it's more like traditional heavy metal. It's, It's heavy. It's got a good chug to it. I'm not saying you're an asshole about it, but I mean,
I'm not being an elitist either.
I'm not trying to be an elitist either, and I'm not trying to offend it. I like rock music too, so I mean, of course, I'm cool with it. Like
the guitar was the most metal part in the song.
Of course, absolutely, yeah. And I think that's what kind of does it for that. It's not for me. It's not the vocals. It's not the double bass. It's not the drums. Like it doesn't have to have all that. What I'm trying to say is like when it comes to metal, like we remember we went through the list of it, and there's glam and there's like the 80s
tried
the hair metal.
But then we looked and there's seriously like over 264 subgenres of metal.
Yeah,
it's
like
fucking crazy. And you're not going to tell me that if that's true that they're not going to fit into one of it.
I mean,
but then again, it's almost like hard rock.
That's like saying we're going to talk about how many new genders there are. Let's just stick to basic topics.
Oh my god.
That's kind of how I feel. That's kind of how I feel about it too. Like, my question when I ask this is not that I'm trying to defend that is metal over it, but where's the line?
Which bathroom is that going to go to, though?
Yeah, does it go to the heavy metal bathroom or does it go to the hard rock bathroom? I think it goes to the hard rock one.
I think it goes.
I mean, even though I was trying to say,
I was thinking radio friendly or Spotify only. Basically, Spotify and YouTube is the only place you're going to hear this, because if you hear it on the radio, I think you can almost hear a Fozzy
No, they
song.
play it on the metal channel They played it on the metal channel on Sirius.
But like ROV. FM
I
radio.
haven't heard them on RV, but I don't really listen to like local stations.
But that's where you would hear some of the more softcore things. And
but like, would you say Gojira's metal?
Without a doubt.
I've literally heard them on the same channel back to back
Well, that's the channel operator's problem. Like, I don't know who told them that, like, yeah, this is
Yeah, that doesn't
fucking
make
great.
it official just because some
Well, yeah, I'm not-
smashed them together.
That's
that's
really
what I'm-
isolated incident.
But my
to pull
question is,
out and be
like you asked,
prove
where
me
is-
wrong.
It's like when my Pandora plays Spanish music just because I clicked like on Despacito. Doesn't mean I want to hear Spanish music like when I go to El Rodeo. You know, sometimes that shit's just messed up.
That'd be fucked up too. Like you didn't actually like the original Despacito. You like the Toto
The
cover.
really
or
awful
whatever.
Justin Bieber one. Yeah, I'm
Well,
gonna
no, I like
admit
the
that's
Leo-
a guilty pleasure.
what's
I
his
like
name?
that song.
Oh, I got my own
But now
guilty
it's
pleasure.
completely
Yeah.
spent my Pandora because now all I hear is hey, hey, and it's while I'm in the shower too, so I can't like thumbs down it. So then
Right.
it plays through the whole
Stuck in
song,
there.
and then it changes the whole algorithm of my Pandora.
Random
Thanks,
playlists.
Despacito.
Random playlists are a cursing and a blessing.
Yeah.
Or a curse
They
and
are.
a blessing.
But they kind of put us out in the cold because if you have a random playlist, what's the need to hear somebody tell you about what's new in metal? So I'm kind of anti Pandora and Spotify. But
I'm not a big fan of them either. I don't use them.
I don't use either one of them.
I like the Sirius, I say, the satellite radio, because while it does play stuff like this back to back, and we're disagreeing on, and I'm not going to disagree and say that that's not necessarily.
so bad though.
I'm not going
I
to disagree
use
and
YouTube,
say.
that's my main channel.
Yeah, he
Right.
does too.
They got good recommendations, and I'll give them that. But I think that's all based on a Google algorithm.
I
don't
makes
use the
sense.
recommendations.
I like
turn my
Sirius.
autoplay off, but I think it's convenient.
Right.
I like Sirius because it really likes to push new bands like weekly. Like it really wants to push something new weekly, and then it likes to really like to mix that in with popular stuff to kind of get it noticed too. Like, you know, when you're hearing the Metallicas and the Slayers and stuff that people are automatically going to click to, you know, then this new band comes in. That Ginger, they really push the shit out of them on there. Like, they're a big fan of them. They're trying to get them pushed. I mean, I know
what
you
I
aren't a huge fan,
miss
but
about social media in relation to music? When MySpace Music had
That
a
was
thing,
pretty cool.
and bands could make their own page,
Yeah.
and put their own, put 5 songs, and you could pick through literally a playlist. It was on the top right hand corner. The left hand side would have the band page info of
Did Tumblr steal that
the
from them?
location and.
Because it seems like Tumblr almost took that because Facebook didn't really carry that over. But it
I
seems
wish
like
Facebook would carry it over
Yeah.
because that would be great. Facebook
But
should
now
have
they
band. I mean, they do have band page, but not talking traditional MySpace music style, where the left side shows the picture of the band, the right side has a selection of music that you can go through, and then the bottom part is just bios and fan.
that
feedback
wasn't.
and stuff. That was great. I've
But-
discovered so many bands just from surfing through MySpace music.
Because it wasn't a monetary site like Facebook is now. So Facebook is all about the sponsored and yo, pay to get your shit sponsored to get it in front of over 1,000 people. And
And then when you pay to have it, it's considered an ad, and nobody wants to look at ads.
yeah.
That's what makes all the difference.
I don't know. It just seems like there's a better way to go about it than paying money.
What
for
we've learned
promotion.
is not to post cat pictures of Angry Gordon.
Or you finally found that out?
Because you finally told me. You waited a
Finally
week to let
told
me
you.
know. You waited a week.
Well,
I could, how many more might I have
some-
We
posted?
didn't know how to
listen.
break it to you.
Listen, some lessons are better learned when they're truly seared in, somewhat like a bandage of sort that you can get a bandage.
You told me
for it,
2,
but,
3
there's
a.m.
gonna
on
be
a
scar
3
left.
a.m. on a Sunday morning after I'd been awake for almost 20 hours
Me
and was
too.
delirious.
You needed to hear it.
He was like,
You
"Hey,
needed to hear it
you
because
fucked up."
he's pumping the post up and pumping the page up and shit, and I'm like, look, the page is it's on par right now to be able to do something special, but
Hold it down with the feline.
seriously, if you wanted to post that, and why haven't Gordon posted a picture of it in the costume contest and shit? Does anybody want to talk about the costume contest? Is anybody interested in the costume contest?
I've seen it. You shared
Is
it.
that a silly idea from a female perspective?
Have you heard about it?
All right, so this
Tell
contest,
us.
check this out. I've posted after NonjudgeMetal 15. There's a post. NonjudgeMetal is looking for a metal mascot. This Halloween costume contest, the first of its kind. I've never heard of it, first annual, but post your picture in the comments of the post that's been put up, that's pinned to the page right now. And if you get the most likes on that, you can be a part of all of our social media profile pictures, and we'll make you NonjudgeMetal metal mascot in it. If you're scary or whatever,
Yeah, I like it.
I don't know where the fuck it's gonna go though.
I like
because
it.
We
all
might
got
get. I
so-
think we'll get people probably post pictures of their costumes as Halloween gets closer, and they're getting
Yeah, I
more.
like it.
That's why I'm trying
Actually,
to kind of calm myself with it.
type in Goodwill Industries of the Valley. They're running an ad campaign right now, and it's has me in it, and that's not why I'm plugging it, but it's very relative to what you did. Go and click on that. They're running an ad campaign right now where they're, holy cow, that's my face. Scroll down and go down to their posts. They're running the ad campaign where if you buy a costume from Goodwill and you post a picture on the post that they have, in the comment section, they're giving away 3 $25 gift cards. If you buy your costume from there and post a picture of you in your costume, then you have a chance right there to win a $25 gift card.
That's pretty cool.
So that's right up the alley of what you guys.
This Vitamin Nick here letting you know, I actually have another show called Somewhat Sick with Vitamin Nick. It's more of a discussion, like Joe Rogan type, Scared an Atheist type, just hanging out with cool people and such. So check this out. Vitamin Nick, he's got a show called Somewhat Sick on Castbox and Reverb-nation.
So, I did that metal homework and I did check out that Godmother.
What do you think?
It's very much like Dillinger. It's very much like Dillinger, except like somebody took out like a good chunk of the melody and just left the fucking apocalypse in it. I literally don't know what else to say about it. Like, I absolutely understand why it's on that label. It's that mathcore shit. It's just absolutely fucking chaos, just 24/7.
Yeah.
It just never stops.
I don't enjoy it.
I enjoy particular bands with it, and they're one that I think has a lot of potential to be like the next like DEP. Because I was a huge Dillinger Escape Plan fan. And the final show's coming up in 2 months. 2 months, final show, retirement.
It surprises me that I'm not into that because I really enjoy pretty much all forms of EDM. I really like electronic dance music. It's all just chaos and yeah, I enjoy it, but I don't really like metal. It's too.
He wasn't much into it. Like, it's not for everybody. Another metal homework. I did listen to that Korn album we talked about on the last one. That one that no one ever heard, the 3, Remember Who You Are.
Was there a reason nobody ever heard it?
I don't know. I read an interview with him where he was talking about, like, they went back and got Ross Robertson to produce it, and it was at a time when Head wasn't in the band. And he told them he's pretty much like go back to the mentality and take away like all like the extra effects and all the production that they've been doing and just write music and play the music like he did. And it does sound like more chuggy, more bassy, kind of like their earlier stuff. So it's worth a listen. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna pick it up or jam it out all the time, but I mean, like, if you're a Korn fan and like you're a Korn fan like us, where we like the earlier stuff and kind of grew out of them.
Definitely.
Like, it's worth listening to just for that nostalgia feel to it, because I mean, it's got a couple jams on there. Like, no, I can't really label anything particular that stuck out to me.
Right.
And but this whole thing consistently, I was like, it sounds more like a Korn album than when I went and listened to that, like Path of Totality or shit like that.
Right.
Great. Arcanium, the drummer and the lead singer, came right up to me as soon as the show was over, said that they loved the way that I expressed. So I can't remember exactly how I phrased it, but something about he really liked the way that I was dancing, I guess, so to put it. I don't know how to phrase it. So I was headbanging and all that stuff, so he thought it was really sexy, I guess. I don't really...
He was digging your nose.
Yeah, he thought it was awesome. At the very end, the drummer said that he usually throws his drumsticks into the crowd, but he didn't want to do it that time because he wanted to make sure that I caught them. So he waited until the show was over and he approached me and gave them to me. He wrote my name on them and signed them, You Rock Tiffany, and signed his name on them, and he bit them for me, so that was pretty cool. But
that is cool.
I felt really bad because I wasn't there for his set, and I don't know why. They were like, you looked really sexy when you were headbanging to our set, because I was still on the way to the venue.
Well, maybe
but I didn't have the heart to tell him that you didn't see me, or maybe you saw me headbanging to Megadeth,
Yeah, that's possibly what it was, and man, there is nothing more sexier than a chick headbanging.
I felt bad, but I didn't have the heart to tell the guy. I really didn't hear 1 minute of your music. But, I'll never forget that. I still have those drumsticks. Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Deftones, though, man.
Deftones, Carl Guthrie.
Diamond Eyes.
Oh my God, man.
Tell him about it. He's like, wait a minute, that's not their newest album, though.
No, it's not their newest one.
They've got 2 other albums.
Yeah, like
and
Gore
he played something off Gore. It wasn't bad.
It's good.
It didn't remind me of the Diamond Eyes. Seemed like
I think the Diamond Eyes is better in my opinion, man. That album really stuck out. Like, got out around when Minerva came out, and I don't know, man, picked that Diamond Eyes up on a whim and blown the fuck away. So, Judas Priest is metal.
Yeah.
Breaking the Law, metal.
But because it's early. If it came out 2017, absolutely not.
Can you name one other song by Judas Priest?
No.
Other than Breaking the Law.
Remember my original comment? I'm not good at song titles and stuff.
Yeah.
That's
to
not
be
my
in the Rock and Roll
specialty.
Hall of Fame, shouldn't you have more than one single?
Yes.
Judas Priest have way more than one.
Yeah, there's no way. Yeah, I wouldn't have even know. I wouldn't know who they were if
but
they only
like
had one
also
single.
on the ballot, Dire Straits. Rage
Remember,
Against the
one-hit
Machine.
single means one-hit wonder. Is Judas Priest considered a one-hit wonder?
Absolutely not. Their
Somebody
career's
name
still
it.
going 30 plus years.
Just because you're torn, I don't think.
Dude, they're up there with Black Sabbath and Iron Maiden as
They
metal
are.
legends. Come on.
They are.
Like, you may not like them because you got to have like the dirtiest, deepest, heaviest fucking, doom
I can't think of a
sounding
single
shit,
song
but-
by them. If that makes you feel any better, I don't know
I'd like-
shit about
I've
them. They're
already-
not.
What about
They're
Dire
not.
Straits though? Name a couple of Dire Straits songs.
No.
Did you remember the
Money
one
for
they did,
Nothing?
the Money for Nothing and Chicks for Free?
Yeah, I know that song.
Yeah, they're on
When
there.
I hear it, I can
They're
recognize
on
it,
the
but I
ballot
don't know
for
names
the
and
Hall
stuff.
of Fame
No.
too.
Rage Against the Machine.
And Rage Against the Machine. And see, I think Judas Priest deserves it because they've been around longer. And
I think Dire Straits sounds more like ZZ Top, and that's not metal.
well, it's not the Rock and
See
Roll Hall of
sunglasses.
Fame covers metal and rock. So to be fair, like they
Okay,
have as
well.
much spot to be in there because they're popularity.
Yeah,
I mean,
if
they
it's
really
rock, then yeah, but
really help push.
Yeah.
But as far as it being like, we
I
were just
love
debating
ZZ Top.
who
Let's just
we
get that
would vote
straight.
because you can go on and vote for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, like we can, all of us.
Oh,
I
okay.
still haven't got that link yet. So that's
All right, I'm gonna send it to you today.
Thank you,
We'll
thank
send it
you.
today.
Appreciate
And like, you can vote yourself. And our argument was like we were sitting here talking about it, and I was like, yeah, Judas Priest up for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Rage Against the Machine, and I was like, and of course we're gonna vote for Judas Priest. And as I said it, he was like Rage Against the Machine.
Yeah, like, he
And we realized we were like,
automatically
oh,
assumed,
yeah, I automatically assumed he would understand.
whoa.
And he was like, well, Rage deserves it. And I was like, I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying Tom Morello's got 20 more years of career in him, and I think that he could still possibly write his masterpiece. Like, I don't think,
No, but Ralph is
the Audio Slave or the Evil Empire was Tom Morello's masterpiece. I think that dude is a fucking. I think he's going to be one of the. He's a legend on guitar already, dude. I think he's got.
Battle of Los Angeles was a masterpiece.
I'm not saying it's not a
If
masterpiece,
you're undecided
man,
on who's better in talent, then I would look secondarily at who's got rewarded for their talent more.
I'm not saying like
Who's got more in the spotlight?
I'm saying Judas Priest came in an era. Judas Priest came in an era where like playing that style of metal, it was hard to get to that level. Like they're at the same level as bands like Metallica and Iron Maiden and all that. Like, and back then, like you really had to sell yourself. There was no internet. While Rage didn't have that either. They also had a time when the new metal kick that they fit into, that new rap metal kick, was popular. So all it took was really one hit for them, and they blew up. Like Rage Against the Machine, as much as everyone loves them, they're a niche appeal. Because not everybody loves rap metal, but everybody likes them because when rap metal really hit, like Limp Bizkit, they were pushed up front, and they had a political agenda, so people listened. And their sound was unique. But I mean, I'm not saying that they don't
Strictly
deserve
due
the
to
spot
time,
they
man.
deserve. I'm just saying them existing at the time they did
Okay.
in the new metal, rap metal boom,
If you're
gave them a push that bands like Judas Priest and Metallica had to work for. They had to work for.
Judas.
So I'm saying
Priest,
Judas deserves now.
Weren't they like they were dropping like records and shit back when they were making? Okay, didn't they have something on their show where if you played it backwards, something about secret fucking Satan, worship Satan shit?
I think
like,
every band had that rumor at one point in the fucking 80s and 90s.
I think Judas Priest actually did it though, and I
Did
think they
they?
had. We can look it up.
I think
You
so
thought so too, right?
Yeah.
And I think
Yeah.
that was the reason they had to have something because the music isn't
That's what gave
quite
them
up to
their
par.
So you're saying
taboo.
Judas Priest has a secret vinyl message? This is probably one of those things.
Just type in Judas Priest played backwards.
I started thinking, like, didn't he get much more recognition after he came down with HIV/AIDS and shit? Like, they weren't that big of a... Maybe I'm crazy and shit.
I
but it
don't
seemed
remember
like,
their popularity before, but I know
Right.
that definitely helped the agenda.
I know there's an article here for when they went to actually trial for that because the kids killed themselves. You know what? We will talk to you next time. This has been NonjudgeMetal.
Be sure again to check out the Star City Punkcast, also on Facebook and Instagram.
NonjudgeMetal. Be sure to share us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.